Oh my goodness. Okay, we are finally live. Finally. Hi, Miss Bridget. How are you?
Hello, I'm amazing. All good. We got to pray and
Great.
everything.
Yeah, your prayer worked. I'm not really sure why we were having technical difficulty, but it doesn't matter because we're here now. It's being recorded, and we're going to have a really great conversation. So I am waiting just a minute or two to let some people hop on. It's 7:07 now. I wanted to share a little bit about what we do here at the Body Confidence Movement. My name is Alicia D, and I am the founder. We started in 2017 as a way of just showing love to our bodies, right? Just kind of accepting ourselves just the way we were without having to change one thing. And I can tell you from my experience, my personal experience, is that when I just started loving myself for where I was and didn't really put pressure on myself to change, then I wanted to change. Right. I wanted to put the work in. And so it's been a journey for me, and it's been a beautiful one. And I'm just really grateful for this community. So in this community, we have 5 tenets that we basically promote. That is the right to take up space, right? As women, as little girls, we are taught to shrink, to not to always be kind, not to, use our words. So number 1, to take up space. Number 2, you have a right to be loved, right? To be loved fully, just the way you are. Number 3, you have a right not to be bullied, right? So we really kind of hover around each other. When somebody posts, we really try to show them a lot of love. And then 4 and 5 is the right to be free from dis-ease, okay? And also the right to be free from abuse. So it's kind of like a holistic approach that we have. And again, we've been around since 2017. So yeah, let's just jump right in. Now, I think I've kind of covered all of the stuff. I will say that to go a little bit deeper, I have a Patreon, and if you'd like to join my Patreon, I'll put the link in the comments after we're done. But we have a wonderful, wonderful guest here, Brigitte. Brigitte, pronounce your last name.
Spurgeon.
Spurgeon, just like I thought.
Surgeon with a P after the S.
Okay, Spurgeon. We're so glad to have you. Now, let me give you the backstory on how I met Brigitte. So I was at the gym at over there at HFFA, and I was training to climb Kilimanjaro. And the lady in front, Pam, was like, "Oh, we have somebody else here who I think you had already climbed it." Yeah, you'd already climbed it. And I was like, "Okay, I got to go find this woman." Because she's going to have to give me some tips and tell me how she did it. And so I found you, and we connected, and you were so sweet about helping me in any way you could, just sharing lots of good information. I remember texting you at the last minute and, literally coming to borrow your bag and asking for your gloves. And so you just had such a sweet spirit, such a giving spirit. And it's just been a nice connection. You have climbed Mount Kilimanjaro, not once, but twice. So, Brigitte, you want to take a minute and tell our people a little bit about yourself? I can read your bio. I could. You are amazing. But you tell them a little bit. And if you leave something out, then I'll go to the paper.
Okay. So, as I talk, you're probably going to hear a slight accent. So I should probably start off by saying that I am originally from the amazing South Africa. And so I'm very proud to be African born, but have just afforded just such great opportunity in America. I came to America just before I turned 19. So that was 25. I just turned 44, so 25 years ago. And I yeah, I pursued education because I thought that was the way to success. So I went from a bachelor's to a PhD program. I studied microbiology and immunology, really interesting. Like God shifted me out of that. I ended up getting into nutrition and fitness. And so fast forward, I find myself just really living into my God-given passion and calling. I help women really attain their dream bodies, lose weight, get healthy from the inside out. Just like you take a holistic approach, you know, with your community, I'm really passionate about taking a holistic approach with the body and healing from the inside out. I am passionate about just being active and traveling and fitness. I'm a big goal person. Like I feel like I just always have to have big goals to drive me. And so, you know, that started with running like marathons and ultra marathons, then got into triathlon and Ironman, and then climbing Kilimanjaro. But that was honestly more my husband's thing, because he wanted us to have an adventure together. Like he was sick and tired of seeing me go and pursue all these goals, and like he was the guy on the sidelines, and I think he was like, let's do something together. So yes, we've climbed Kilimanjaro twice, and we believe in freedom. Like, you know, I believe that as women, we should be free from the bondage of the scale and, you know, health issues and the mirror. And like we should, and then freedom of our health, of course, free of medications, free of disease. And you know, talking about the mirror, like I do believe that as women, we do have a right to feel beautiful. God created us with such beauty. And we, like, I do believe that all of us in some way like strive for beauty. And I feel like sometimes if we don't feel it in our body, then we go and we get our nails done, or we, you know, it's makeup or it's hair or it's clothing. Like I just feel like it's just in our nature, like we strive for aesthetical beauty, or it's in our home, right? It's decorating our home or having a nice car or something. And so I'm just really passionate about helping women truly feeling congruent and beautiful from the inside out.
Okay, thank you so much. Bridget, did you not see me about dying over here? I was having a coughing fit.
I was trying to preserve your dignity, you know. I didn't know if you're on camera or not. So, okay, girl, go drink some water. Can I drink some water for you? This is why we should have done this together. I could have given you some water.
Yeah, I should be over there. I really should be over there. Okay, so Bridget, you said a lot, but we have to rewind. Let's rewind, okay? Let's take them step by step, okay? First of all, do you have a body confidence story? Like, what is your story? Share a little bit. Yeah, okay, share it with us.
So let me share two things. One, so I grew up, I had PCOS, Polycystic Ovarian Syndrome. I had it, but I didn't know I had it. I was in South Africa. I didn't see the doctor. I was never diagnosed with that. I was diagnosed with that in my early 30s when I couldn't get pregnant. And so with PCOS, and I'm sure many in this group have PCOS, it's pretty common. And that really makes it hard to lose weight. There's a hormone imbalance. Typically, there's an estrogen dominance, which was my situation. I grew up vegan, ate a lot of soy as a child because that was our source of protein. And that was probably one of the biggest contributors to the estrogen dominance for me. And so I was an athlete. I ran every morning. I did sports. I was a swimmer. And then I had a knee injury my senior year in high school. And so like I didn't have money to go and get surgery, didn't have insurance. I had to like literally walk on a knee that gave out every once in a while for like 6 months before I got a surgeon to donate his time to me. And I just blew up. Like I just gained weight, and that was a struggle. Like that, just the weight gain was a struggle, and I was like a self-confident leader and everything, and that really worked on me on the inside. But in combination with that, I was in an abusive home, physically and verbally, and so I was led to believe that I was fat and ugly. And so I started my adult life because of the lies that had been planted in my brain as a susceptible teenager. And so I remember even having a friend that, do you know, like the Pillsbury Doughboy, like went like to my stomach and did the pokey thing to my stomach. Like I remember that, and I was just like mortified, like so mortified. He was a good friend of mine, like he was joking, but I took it so personally, you know. And so started the struggle of weight and body image, because, you know, and it's like you get on that roller coaster of like trying to lose weight and trying to will it, and at a young age then starting to do diets and trying to exercise it away. Even though I loved exercise, but now suddenly exercise was to feel better about my body, and that's not what exercise is for. Like exercise is for our lungs and our brain and everything. And so I probably had that very typical experience of a woman, overweight woman struggling with her weight. And, you know, by God's grace, he gave me a husband that from the day that we, you know, I should probably say marriage, but before that as well, but marriage is what's, you know, when started our intimacy, but has called me beautiful and sexy every single day. Like he adores my body, adores me. Like he literally, like he thinks that I'm the most beautiful woman on the planet. Like he, you know, it's, and that to me, like he just spoke the truth into me, because I was always beautiful. I just didn't believe it. And it took someone every day saying you're beautiful. That's why as women, we need to always affirm other women and say, you're beautiful. Oh, you look amazing. Your hair, like we always need to affirm each other, because we have decades of lies in here that now Satan uses to destroy us, right? And to rob from us. So that's one part of the story. And certainly, you know, I was able to overcome the health things. I was able to reverse PCOS and reclaim my health and my freedom in my body, and live as such a victor of that. The other part is when I was in college, I signed up for my first missions trip to go to Haiti. And I've always been a believer. I didn't mention this part of, as that's definitely a part of my bio and part of who I am, but I've always been a believer. But I was never in a church or never studied the Bible. It was just a relationship. And so suddenly when I was signed up for this missions trip, I was like, oh, I guess I need to read the Bible. Like, I guess I need to like learn what it means to like walk like a Christian, right? And so I remember I was on this journey of sanctification in a sense. And I remember sitting on the steps of the biochem department, and I had just so many blinders on, and some people are going to be super shocked and surprised. I was smoking a cigarette and drinking a Diet Coke, and I had lots of bad habits. I ate McDonald's, like I would go and get fries and a chocolate shake. I smoked, I drank beer, I partied, I did all the bad things. I gained weight in college, like most people do, just had a very unhealthy lifestyle. And I was praying, smoking a cigarette, drinking a Diet Coke, and suddenly the Holy Spirit said, do you not know that your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit? And I paid a price for your body, so honor me with your body. And in an instance, I got it. The truth was there. I never smoked a cigarette again. At the time, I didn't know Diet Coke was bad for me. Now I would never drink a Diet Coke, but so that had to go away. But in an instant, I stopped drinking, stopped smoking, stopped eating fast foods, stopped eating I lost weight. It just started this mindset, because you know what happened? I had this vision in my head of the Holy Spirit inside my body going, like you were doing earlier, like the Holy Spirit. Oh my word, I'm stifling the Holy Spirit. And I never want to live a life like that. And so now, literally, Alicia, like everything I put in my body, I'm going, am I honoring God or am I dishonoring God? Am I glorifying? And that's why I run marathons and things, because I want to glorify God with this amazing body that he's given me. And when you do things like climb Kilimanjaro and do an Ironman or a triathlon or a 5K, how can you not love your body? Like, your body just performed for you. How amazing, right? That really helped me overcome like the body image things. And the other part of it is what I put in my body. It either puts disease in my body, or it heals my body. And I want to do everything to heal my body, especially, I don't know how old you are, Alicia, but I'm just turned 44. And I do have these like aging thoughts. I'm like, oh my word, I need to defy aging. Like, things start to get a little bit flabby. Skin starts, well, I know definitely with Caucasian skin, like starts to get, not as youthful as it used to be. And so I've got to be even, in fact, I've given myself a 1-year challenge, and my nutrition is radical. Like, I've gone radical. I don't care what people think. I don't care if I don't eat in a restaurant. Like, I'm radical because I want radical health. I want a radical body. Like, I want to glorify God in everything I do.
Okay. So that gives a good segue. What do you do, Brigitte? So how do you help women?
Oh, in so many ways.
Okay, wait. First of all, I want to say to the people out there, thanks for being here. If you have any comments or anything, go ahead and put them in the comments. I see, oh, mercy, I don't want to mess these names up. Miss Gilmore, thank you so much for your comment. Kalila. Okay, thank you. And Pamela says, God wanted you to experience a woman's struggles to help women in the future. For sure. So tell them about what you do, Brigitte, and why it's so important.
Yeah. I am 100%, like I said, like living in my calling. I could not have constructed this path. I could not have created the life that I have and what I do. Like, only the presence of God could explain that.
Pause. How long did it take you to get there? Like, you said you absolutely love what you're doing. How long have you been loving what you do?
I'm a person that just is going to get passionate about everything, but I will say, so I work in a holistic clinic, a chiropractor-owned clinic. And so we have chiropractic, we have functional medicine. And then I came on here and really, built up the weight loss program. And but we were using other doctors' weight loss programs. And so honestly, probably it was like 2.5 years ago, I created our own program. And so now, like our signature program, like what we do, it's my creation, it's my baby. I wrote it, I poured into it, I prayed over it. I wrote this to speak into women's lives. And then I created a video course out of it. And once again, I've coached these women, and then I've coached coaches to coach women. And so I might even have some of my coaches on here tonight. And so there's a huge, incredible vision, but just to boil it down. So my signature program is a 90-day fat loss program. So my background being in microbiology, like I studied a lot of metabolism, and I get really nerdy about metabolic pathways. And so like I literally help people get out of the metabolic pathway that's not working and get them into a new metabolic pathway so the other one can heal, and then get to a place where you can use your whole metabolism. So it's called metabolic flexibility. And we get into a place where people cycle their metabolic pathways. And that sounds really geeky, but basically in 90 days, our patients lose 30 to 60 pounds. I'm such a nerd, aren't I? Wait till we get into deeper conversations. So our patients lose 30 to 60 pounds in 90 days. And And that, it's more than just weight loss though. Like weight loss is just numbers, right? It's just a number on the scale, and we never do it for the number on the scale. Why do my patients come to me? They come to me because they're fearful about their health. They're fearful about COVID. They're, like when we're obese, we have risk factors, diabetes, heart disease, cancer, COVID morbidity, right? And so there's deeper reasons, or maybe someone is coming because they, all their people in their family have died young, and they're like, I just want to live to see my grandkids get married, right? Or maybe it's someone that wants to be congruent in what they do. Like, maybe they are in the healthcare field or something, or they're in media or something where they're very visible and they just want to be congruent and feel good about themselves. And so they're always deep, like there are deeper reasons and dreams. And, Pamela, who I think it was that Pamela that made that comment earlier, she lost 100 pounds in 10 months over the pandemic. And, she went from being a stay-at-home mom to she's writing a book, and she's a social media influencer, and she's been featured in magazines and television, right? Like,
okay, stop, Bridget, stop, cut, stop. What I know we have some people in here who've done your program, and I want to give them a moment to kind of share in the comments their kind of testimony. Okay, so I see there's Tara there and a few other people, Pamela and Miss Gilmore. So if you have lost weight with Bridget's program, can you tell us in the chat? Because, people like numbers. They like numbers, and they like to see other people's success, right? So I wanted to just take a moment and make sure that they, post that in the comments. What has been their testimony, or how was their outcome working with you? And it looks like most people who work with you go past the 90 days, right?
Well, because it becomes a lifestyle, right? It's just a lifestyle. And so now something that we've started offering is for those who reclaim their health and experiences great success. Now they have the opportunity to become a coach. And so I'm taking right now, I have 8 of our success stories, basically, and they're all success stories, but 8 who have chosen to go through my certification program. They're halfway through, so they're going to become certified OptiBurn coaches, and now they get to be entrepreneurs in the weight loss space.
Now, see, now I know why you're doing what you love. Number 1, you created it, and number 2, it keeps growing. Like it's multiplying within itself because of the great information, the great program, the great course that you have. The sky is the limit, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So it makes perfect sense. So tell us, how long did it take you to come up with this program? We see people in the comments. Tara says she lost 30 pounds. Pamela, again, 100 pounds in 10 months. Miss Gilmore lost 35 pounds. So she says she's grateful for health and energy. So how long did it take you to come up with this program?
It became just part of me, because as I was coaching other programs that were very successful, but when you're working clinically with like thousands of people, you learn people, and you learn what works for people and what doesn't work, and you basically just end up designing your own things out of it. You make things better. Like I'm always making things better. And so when I sat down to write OptiBurn, I wrote it in a couple of weekends, and then it just built on it through, we're always building on it, adding to it, making it better.
Right. So you said it's a 90-day program. Mm-hmm. Now, where are you located, Bridget?
So we We are in Huntersville, North Carolina, but 60-70% of our patients I've never met, because we work with people all over the country, and we're actually international as well. So I have patients out of the country. And so that was always my vision, to be global. And so yeah, so we're global.
Okay, so this is why Bridget is my friend. She's my friend, okay? You told me that you were gonna like be living like you weren't gonna have a one place, because like you just said, you're global, right? Mm-hmm. I love the idea of you reaching hundreds, thousands of women. I love the idea, because not only are you teaching it, but you're a prime example. Like, you're out there. How many times have we gone to the doctor and our doctor is overweight? Yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing. And it's kind of like my therapist. When I started doing therapy, I wanted to make sure my therapist was straight, because a lot of times people will be in these fields and they will be the expert, but their life is not conducive. It's not congruent, as you stated. And it's really important to have somebody that's not only can teach it and do it, but is also living it, right? And you're a prime example of that. Yeah. And it just kind of flows right out of you. You know, when I'm in your presence, it's like, oh, I need to be around Bridget.
We can hang out.
I know. Okay, let me read some more of the comments. Miss Gilmore said, this is a game changer in the pathway of health and wellness, mind, body, and spiritual wellness. The program includes all the areas. Yeah, I think that's really important. You use the word congruent. I use the word integrated, right? So parts of my life parts would work and parts wouldn't work. And I wanted to make sure my life was integrated. And it seems like you said, your program kind of does the same thing. What else do you want to share with the people about your program? And just, you know, why should they come to you, Bridget? Why? I mean, I know why. Listen, I met this lady at work, and she was like, boom, 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 boom. And I was like, Miss McKenzie, what did you do? You look so good. And she's like, oh, I'll go to this program. She couldn't remember your name. And then she looked it up on her phone or something. I was like, oh yeah, I know Bridget. And so yeah, your success stories are walking all around, and some of them, like you say, some of them don't even know your name, or, you know, haven't seen you face to face, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But tell them why they should go ahead and take this step, right? I know it's an investment. I know it's something that they'll have to put their time and energy into. And anything that you do that's worthwhile is going to require commitment.
Yeah. Why? The answer to that has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with how amazing I am or how amazing True Health is. I don't need to sell myself or sell True Health. The reason is your reason. The reason is like, what is the pain in your life? What is the depression? What is the struggle point? What's the frustration in your life? Like, why isn't it working? Like, you know, like, think of what happens is we get in patterns of failures, especially with our weight and with diets and programs and everything. Why? We do something, we have results, then we don't do it anymore, and the results go away, right? We get on the weight loss roller coaster. And so like, you just have to reach a point where you're like, I'm done. This is it. Like, I'm so frustrated. Like I can't do another program, another diet, another workout thing. Like I need the solution that is going to transform me for a lifetime. And I believe, like, honestly, it is nothing to do with us. Yes, we have an amazing program that is successful at work. I mean, we have high success numbers that rival any in the industry. But it is all about the place where you're at. And if you are ready to say, this is the last thing I'm ever going to do to lose weight, like this is it, I'm done, and therefore I am all in. You have to be all in. It all, just like you were talking about earlier with something, and I was thinking like, it's all about mindset. It was actually just about the foundation of the body confidence movement of like, you've got to love yourself first. Right. Well, yeah. like we believe like it starts in the mind. It doesn't start with the plate or the program. It starts in the mind. And when you get that mind right and you're like, I'm so sick and tired of being sick and tired, I can't live life like this anymore. I don't deserve to live life like this anymore. I'm worthy of my dreams. I'm worthy of a different life. And this is like my story and my testimony is that I was at that low point. I was depressed and sick and tired and, loathed my body. I was at that point. But guess what? I got to create my life, and then I created the person that I want to be in my life. And you can do that.
Yes, that is such a good point. You become who you want to be, right? You become the person that you've always looked up to, right? Yeah. That's next level, honey.
And building on that, look up to your future self. Don't look up to other people to be like other people. Look up to your future best version of you.
Oh, now listen, that is so good. That is just good information. That is just good right there. And that's about being aware, right? Being aware, knowing who you are, finally kind of like tapping into who you really are and taking those steps to become that. They're scary steps, but once you get into it, like with your program, for me, it was like once I started taking better care of myself, I met other people, who took better care of themselves. And it's like my sphere of friends just kind of changed. You know what I mean? Like I used to interview people a few years ago, Brigitte, you wouldn't have been my friend. You wouldn't have been my friend because I wouldn't have been at the gym. Right? So I would interview people that I kind of admired. Oh, she just ran a marathon. Let me interview her. Oh, she just lost 50 pounds. Let me interview her. Oh, and so it changed. It has evolved from them being somebody I don't know to now me getting in the game and staying in the race. That these people like you have like I'm interviewing my friends now as opposed to people I don't know. I'm interviewing amazing people who are doing the work, and it's not just talk, right? And who love what they do.
I'm going to do something special for you, Alicia. I'm so incredibly proud of you. I love this movement. This is so special. This is a special community. What you are doing with your life, Alicia, is an inspiration. I just want to tell you right now, just keep doing it. Like you are inspiring more people than you even realize. Sometimes when you're in it, like you don't realize the people that are observing and taking pieces. And Alicia, there's probably going to be people in this group who are going to do big things, and it might not be Kilimanjaro, it might, but hey, maybe it is a marathon, or maybe it is becoming a model, or I don't know, whatever it is, or becoming the CEO of their company or something, because they got nuggets from you. And so I love you. I'm so proud of you. And I want to gift you in a way. So I have two ideas. One is for anyone who is part of the body confidence movement, if they do come and work with me, then I am going to do a gift to the body confidence movement, because I know you have interns that you pay, like you have expenses. You have a lot of expenses just to run this thing, right? This doesn't just happen. And so, you got tech and you got people, working behind the scenes and everything. So I want to pass along. So I want to pass along some of the margin to you. And what I want to do is I want to give a special gift to if someone is part of your Patreon group, because that is going to be your inner circle. And your people. So I want to give a special gift to them, and I was trying to think what I want that gift to be. I might do like, I don't have it here, but I want to do we have these one leader. They are because that comes with their program, so I can't do that. I think I need to do like a special supplement. Yeah, we have these really cool True Health Freedom bottles, but what I'll do is, I know, if they're here local, we'll do a free sauna session if they're part of your Patreon group. How about that?
It sounds good. That sounds great. That sounds fabulous. Okay. So I'm gonna leave this up live in Facebook. I'll leave this post up. Normally I take them down. I'm like, snatch them back, but I'm gonna leave this one up, and I'll put it over there on Patreon for my peeps. But that's so nice of you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And thank you.
Make sure they give you credit. They got to say, I'm part of the body confidence movement, and I'll let my team know, so that and then we will donate. Basically, we'll donate like $200 per person. We'll sew that back into your project. Sound good?
Oh, how sweet. See, y'all, listen, that's why I listen. You kind of know like-minded people, right? So yeah, when you said I could come borrow your gloves, I was like, this is good people. Okay, well, Bridget, this has been wonderful. I really wish we could have some of your people and some of the people, new members in the group, to like come on. Like, sometimes you need to see stuff, right? So maybe we'll circle back. What about that?
I'm sure they would be happy for you to interview them. They're amazing people.
Yes. Let's circle back and do something like that. Because listen, here's the deal. I always want to share good people with my people, right? I always share. I tell people, listen, I'm only sharing the best with you. I don't come on here. I'm not going to put anybody in front of you that I don't believe in, right? So let's circle back. And also, because I know everybody's at a different point in their life, but there are some people in this group who are ready and who need to take the next step. Right? There's some people, it might not be 25, whatever the number is, but there's somebody in this group who is ready, who just needs somebody to come alongside them and kind of hold their hand and kind of usher them into your program. They're out there. And so if that's you, I need for you to inbox me and let me know. And again, we're going to circle back. Because it's about putting up or shutting up. Okay? Put up or shut up. Let's get in the game. Let's move our bodies. Let's get healthy. Let's do this. And a lot of people who've been in this group have been in here for a while, and they've seen my progress. And so it's your time. And they inbox me, from time to time and say they did this and they did that. But it's time to level up even more. Get with Bridget, get with her program, and let's see some real results.
Awesome. I can go back in and I'll post a link, like a schedule link, and there's some intro videos and stuff if you want me to do that.
Yeah. So yeah, let's circle back and we'll talk about that later. But is there anything else you want to share?
Well, thank you for having me, Alicia. This has been really cool. I'm happy to
next
be part of this community.
Next time, if I interview you, we're going to do it together. I'm coming over there. You're going to come over here or something. We'll do it together. Because listen, I think it's going to be like 10 times better in person.
Let's do it. Absolutely.
Okay. That is all that I have, good people. Again, this has been Brigitte Spurgeon, and she is a clinical director at True Health. She has an amazing program. And if you are ready to take that next step, she is here to make sure you are successful. We have people in the comments who can testify from it. And Octavia Caldwell, Miss O, says it was very informative. So thanks, Miss O, for being here. Okay, I think that's all I got. Peace out.